guys, another video here, and the video is if you've been working Chaturanga for a while and you just feel like, you know what, I don't feel like my Chaturangas are right. This is a video just to give you a freshen up, or if you're someone who kind of wants to really build more strength, this is a video to help you find that. And what we're going to use today are 2 blocks for Chaturanga. We really want to check in with this one because again, we do this posture again and again and again dynamically through the vinyasas, and we want to make sure that the body is aligned so we're not stressing our rotator cuffs or pinching in our shoulder girdle. All right, so I've got Suresh suited with me over here, and he's going to be demoing. We're going to come into downward facing dog, but with the blocks behind the fingers. So Suresh is going to press into his hands, make sure the blocks are behind the fingers, and that means, guys, not out to the sides, right behind the fingers ideally. And then he's got his curled toes under, and he's going to move to downward facing dog. Good. Put a little bend in your knees, Tushy. Good. He's going to stretch his hips towards the back of the room, and as he lifts the energy up his arms, we're going to move straight into this. He's going to shift forward into plank pose. Take a moment to adjust your plank and step your feet back. Good. Now, as the elbows draw in, that's going to work your triceps a little bit more, guys. That's important. Then you're going to shift forward. Think about your shoulders going beyond your fingers. Bend your elbows, keep them in, and tap the blocks with your shoulder heads. So you're trying to create a 90-degree angle. Suresh could go a little bit further forward with his shoulder heads. And now he's going to root the tail so he's not in his lower belly, and he's going to start to firm his thighs. That's better. Now from the belly and the pushing of the heels of your hands, press back up into plank. Good. Draw the abdomen in and let the hips pull you back to downward facing dog. Very challenging. We're going to do it again. Okay, so we're going to shift forward into plank pose. He's going to root the thumb and index, but draw the energy up the forearms. Think about the forearms as standing. He's going to shift forward. As he shifts forward, he's going to tap the blocks. You want to find elbows, shoulders in line. Think about a 90-degree angle. He's going to root the tail a little bit more and send the energy through his heels. Heels back, yes. Now from the lower belly and the press of the hands, shoulder heads up, press back up into plank pose, engage the belly, and exhale downward facing dog. Very good. Lower the knees towards the mat and take a child's pose. So what tends to happen in Chaturanga, our students end up doing this. And they dip down. And the basis of all of our arm balances really is Chaturanga and plank. So you want to make sure that when you shift forward, guys, you're not dipping. You're lifting up, rooting the tail, and hugging the elbows in. So the weight falls on the inner edges of the hands. And as you press back up to plank pose again, you engage the lower belly and your legs to draw you up out of the shoulders. So shifting forward, 90-degree angle. Forearms remain standing, elbows in, shoulder heads up, legs engage, abdomen rises, downward facing dog. Okay, so give it a go with the blocks. Another modification would be, if you're not ready to keep your legs straight, would be to do this with the knees on the mat. And I like to cross the ankles, shift forward, and tap the blocks. Then see if you can lift your shoulder heads up off the blocks just an inch, press back up, and release. And do it about 3 or 5 times, and then take a break. And if you need a little wrist stretch, do that. That's important so you don't start to get into your wrists. Yeah? Okay, thanks for tuning in.